Hey Janet, so thanks for the opportunity to speak twice today, or right now I'm going to speak about mobile. So mobile is this little thing that's in your pocket. It's probably in everyone's pocket. Do not call it a phone, a smartphone. It's a pocket computer. It's got it's got convenience. It's built in. You can grab it out of your pocket. We spend a great deal of our time each day using these devices. Now, one of the things about mobile devices and specifically is they have completely changed the way we interact with computers and the internet. When Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone way back when, he made 3 points very clearly. This is a phone, this is a music device, this is an internet device. He completely missed the mark because it's actually much more than that. Now we're turning to our phones for our camera. My primary camera now is actually my phone. I use it for social conversations. I'm using it right now as a timer. Listen to music, email, marketing software is being built to run on your phones. It's fundamentally changing the things that we can do literally from the convenience of our pocket. And so there's some implications here with mobile. Mobile is greater than your old computer. If you think of a desktop device, even a netbook, and then you contrast it to a mobile device, the truth is, if I'm spending some time on the computer versus on my phone, I can actually do a lot more on my phone because it can take pictures. It is connected to the internet. It's got GPS built in. Most of these don't have GPS built in. It's got an accelerometer. It knows where I am in 3D space. This helps with gaming where you can drive the little guy. There's tons of things that you can do with mobile devices that you cannot do with these guys. So they're not going anywhere soon, but they're very quickly diminishing in terms of them being the first go-to source. So one of the things that makes mobile apps so powerful, and this is something that's a bit of a craze, you guys already know about it, is apps. Mobile apps, specifically iPhone apps and Android apps. Now, one of the things that's happening, and Janet already alluded to this in her video, is that here in 2013 right now, close to 50% of internet traffic is actually being experienced on mobile devices, smartphones, Blackberries, tablets, etc. By next year, it's going to surpass, and it doesn't matter where you look, Comcast, Pew Internet Studies, all of the consulting firms, they all indicate that the traffic is going up. What happens is, when someone's on their device, they're actually, that time on their device is split in half almost exactly, where they're spending half the time on the open internet in Safari, where they're going to your website, whether your website is mobile optimized or not, or they're spending time in native apps. These are the ones that they download from the store. Now, native apps primarily come in 4 flavors. The 2 first ones are the dominant ones. You download apps for your iPhone, for your iPad, certainly your iPad Touch, and then Android. These are the ones that are powered by Google software. They're on your HTCs and your Mobiles. And so now the other thing is, of course, when someone's on a mobile app, they are probably going to be visiting websites as well. That's the other half the time. They're either on apps or on websites. Now, when they go to the website, they're going to experience your website that has been designed for desktop, or has been designed to account for the device, all the myriad of devices are. So if you have websites that are designed with mobile in mind, we call it mobile first design, we make sure that that website is going to perform beautifully, whether they're on a Blackberry, whether they're on a tablet, on an iPad, or any of these devices. When 910 builds native apps, the type that you would download from these stores, we actually do a style called hybrid. It's a mix of both worlds. It's sort of the best of both worlds. We take an app shell, we'll get into the complexities, and we actually take your mobile website and we stuff it right in there to power all of the content. It allows you to make your apps much more cost effective. So when people are on their smartphone devices, half the time they're in apps. Of that half the time in apps, about 30% of it is on social media. They're probably using Twitter or Facebook or Pinterest. Okay, so with this actually speaks to some opportunity that I highlighted before with social media. So your business may not have an app, but I can guarantee a large segment of your target audience is very likely the type of customer that uses apps. And they might be using Facebook. There still is a way to engage your customers via apps, and it's via the apps that are in their pockets. So you can have incentives and promotions that are tied to Facebook and encourage them to take out their phone while they're in the store, to check in, to do all these different things. Now, one of the things that is actually significantly different with mobile as well is when someone's on a mobile device and they're on your website, they tend to go into this mode called action-oriented mode. What this means is they are looking for your phone number, they're looking for a quick list of services, they're looking for a map, or they're looking to send a form in to request an information, to request a callback or something like that. So if they're in research mode, if they're buying a car and they want to get a whole long list of things, they're gonna spend time at night, probably go to the desktop. But when they're on the fly and we're all busy, they're going to their pocket first as convenient. So this is the now generation. This is information on demand. People are going to their smartphones, and if your website is not presenting information in the right method, so one of the things we do with mobile phones, mobile websites, is we take all of the information from the desktop website, lay it out differently, and some bits of information we put more prominently. Maybe, for example, the phone number. So that's what this speaks to. The experience on a mobile device is fundamentally different. It's immersive. It's touch. There's some animations you can do. There's lots of different ways to design a website so that they behave one way on a desktop and they behave another way on a phone. Just think of a photo slideshow. I don't want to click that little arrow. I want to take my finger and swipe it across. So you can do things like that. And so there's lots of new best practices that are challenging the way we previously developed websites and making them now more immersive. Okay, so one of the other great things about these little mini pocket computers that are probably in your customers' pockets is you can compel them to take them out of their pocket to share content, to scan a QR code. Have you ever seen the Jetsons and there's the picture of him reading the newspaper and he's watching a video and then he's sort of just swiping and the new one comes up? That's not even the future far out there. It happens right now. You can make your newspaper, your publication interactive. The way that's most popular to do that right now is a QR code. It's called a second screen device. When I'm reading the DHT newspaper, that paper can come alive as long as there's a companion app. And that's the other thing, sometimes you drop them. And then of course the last one is we can compel people to share their experiences. If they're in your store, if they've just bought some great cupcakes from you, and you kind of plant the seed for them, they might take out their phone, they might take a picture, they're happy to do it. You're turning them into ambassadors. Of course, there's also location because of GPS, the phone knows where you are, it's context aware. You can do check-ins, you can broadcast where you are, and again, there's a lot of things you can do to hook people with some emotional hooks there to get them to be your ambassadors again and share their location, especially if you're brick and mortar. And again, the common theme with social media is if you're not having fun with it, you're probably not doing a good job. A lot of the things you need to do it well, you have to learn, you have to work with professionals, but the end picture is marketing that is going to be really emotionally, have strong emotional hooks with your target audience, and it should be fun for both of you. So I leave you with that, and Janet, again, thank you for the chance to speak twice today.